Yo, what's up movement enthusiasts? Today I'm going to be covering the tips I use to try and hit my Superglides as consistently as possible without cheating. I actually posted a TikTok of some of my Superglides and one half of the comments were calling me out for using a config and the other half were the #1 Apex Predator and allegedly had 100% consistency on 2 billion FPS. Anyway, if you watch any of the top Apex players like Saw Hollow, Fade, Lyric, Commandy, etc., none of them are able to hit every single Superglide, and that's not because they aren't good at it, because they are far more cracked than I am, but simply because they are not cheating to hit them. Most of these really good players will be using similar, if not the same techniques that I use to hit my Superglides. First of all, you do not need a crazy gaming keyboard like the Wu-Ting or the SteelSeries Apex Pro to hit your Superglides. In fact, when I went from my old keyboard, which was a Ducky 12 SF, to now my Wu-Ting 60HE, I noticed it was much harder for me to hit my Superglides, mostly because I was getting used to the keyboard. It's most definitely not a cheat code that allows you to hit every single one. However, there are some really bad keyboards that you are just not able to hit Superglides on at all. But I'm pretty sure that will be a really low percentage of you. I'm not sure exactly what makes a keyboard unable to hit Superglides. I think it's like a latency or something, I'm not entirely sure. But you can sort of check on a website that I'll bring up later. The first and biggest trick that I've used to hit my Superglides was binding my crouch key to something above the spacebar so that I'm able to hit both my jump and crouch at the same time using my thumb. For example, I have my crouch on C and of course jump on spacebar. This is the most comfortable for me, but you can just use any of the keys in that row that are above the spacebar. It's down to personal preference really, but when I started to learn my Superglides, this straight up doubled my consistency at least. So it's definitely worth a try. The second thing I'd like to mention is there is a new website that has just been released where you can actually practice your input timing for Superglides. I believe Moki Sniper and some other people developed this, and you can find the link to the website in the description below. When you open the website, you just need to assign your jump and crouch keybinds on the website and press start. When you try to hit a Superglide, it will tell you the percent chance of hitting it in game, which key you are pressing too early or too late, and you can set the FPS cap of your game so the window to hit the glide is the same in the website as it is in your actual game. They are also adding controller support on this website, so you'll be able to practice your Superglides even if you play on controller. The biggest changes you can make while trying to increase your consistency is the angle of which you press your thumb down on the keys so that you actuate them at different times. What I mean by this is if you're holding your thumb at an angle that's going to be hitting the spacebar way sooner than your crouch, or crouch way sooner than your spacebar, then you can try kind of like holding your thumb a little bit differently and trying to do the same key presses at a different angle. If you have a Wu-Ting, Apex Pro or any keyboard that has adjustable actuation, you can change the distance of the keys that you are pressing to make the activation of the two keys as close to one another as possible. So an example is, for me on my Wu-Ting, I can change the distance of the actuation for each keys. So my spacebar I have on 1.5 millimeters, and I have my crouch on 2 millimeters. And for me, and the way that I hold my thumb and I press it, that seems to be the most consistent way for me personally to hit both of the keys at the same time, so that I can get a Superglide. The third tip I have is learning the timing on the mantle so that you are inputting space and crouch at the right time. There is a really small window to hit your Superglides, and the higher your FPS is, the smaller the window is to hit your Superglides. The best way I can explain this, as you mantle, there is a very small screen shake that happens as you climb. When the screen has stopped wobbling, then it is too late to hit the glide. The best timing to hit it is when the screen shake is just a few frames from ending. Moki Sniper made some audio-visual cue examples of this, and I'll show them now. As for practice, there are multiple good spots in the firing range to try hitting your Superglides. There is also a movement gym server in R5 Reloaded that is up pretty much 24/7, with various courses to try different movement. A couple of these maps are purely focused on super gliding and is where I went to record my Superglide TikTok. So if you're brand new to learning Superglides, I'd recommend spending some time in the firing range or R5 Reloaded to learn the stuff that I've explained in this video. And once you feel like you sort of understand it in your actual Apex games, I'd recommend just climbing absolutely everything that you see and trying to hit a Superglide on it. For example, in my pubs or ranked games, when there isn't a fight going on or I'm rotating, I'll often just climb boxes and walls to try and hit Superglides off of it for practice. And not every wall or box feels the same, so it's best to try it on everything. If you think I missed anything or found this helpful, please let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate a like and a sub if you enjoyed the content or want to see any upcoming tutorials or gameplay. I also stream on Twitch and often post TikToks along with my YouTube shorts, link in the description. Thank you for watching. Peace.